here. Why'd you put it here? Take it out. Why is it an obsession? I don't want to think about this. Life's a lot more peaceful if I'm not dissecting every policy and thing that person is doing and destroying this great state and destroying that thing. Why are you doing this to me? Let me just be a business guy and go do what I'm doing with the business. Nope. The fire gets bigger and bigger and bigger, and mom's family, communist, dad's family, imperialist, and then boom, and you're living in a refugee camp and you're coming from this chaotic environment of 10 years in Iran. And then eventually I'm, you know what? What? I trust. Let's go. You made me like this. This is your doing. It's not my doing.
Right.
So guess what? I'm going to do whatever best I can with me, but this is your creation. It's not my, I didn't create PBD. You created PBD.
Yeah.
So if you created me with the help of Diana and Gabriel, this is either your right doing or your mistake.
Yeah.
So if it's your mistake, hey man, I didn't do it. You did it.
Right.
But I'll do the best I can with the sky, and I'm going to try to make you proud, because that's the ultimate thing. You want to make him proud.
What if you had that fire again 5-10 years away where it was, you felt like you were supposed to be doing something else, but you thought, oh, this is going to ruin everything. Literally my business will end, right? Everything I've built will be over if I choose to do what I feel God is telling me to do. After years of resisting and pushing in and deleting and cutting, the next thing, whatever that is. How would you feel if you lost it all, but you had the favor of one?
I don't care. I'm good. I don't care. I don't care. Oh man, what a question you're asking.
If.
Yeah. Yeah.
All the money, all the business, all the...
Oh, wait, let me tell you, man.
The Yankees, the everything you've
Dude,
dreamed.
you know, when my wife and I, what the hell is this all about? Freaking A, I do a million interviews and this never happens. No. He's changed my life.
You guys grab a tissue if you got a tissue box out there.
No, man. It's just so annoying. But
It's real, man. I mean, it's not annoying. It's how you feel, and I think it's a beautiful thing for people to know that what you care about so deeply. Yes, you are a killer in business, and yes, you are a media. You know, you're building a media empire, and yes, you're talented. But for people to know how much you care about God and your relationship to God, and how much you love.
You know the gifts he's given me. My wife and I, we have 3 kids at the time, and she comes home and she says she wants a 4th. I said, really? Yeah, okay. You want a 4th? I thought you said you're done. When she was pregnant with Senna, we're having dinner at Fleming's in Preston Hollow, Highland Park. And we're out on her birthday, February 14th, Valentine's Day. And she says, babe, I want one gift from you. I said, what's that? I don't want you to pressure me to have any more kids. I said, babe, I don't want to talk about it right now. She says, no, we got to talk about it. Says, I just want that gift from you. I don't want any more. This is too much for me.
You said this.
She's saying it to me.
Yeah.
And I said, huh, interesting. So I have a hard time receiving that, because we talked about 5 kids before we got married. 101 questions to ask before we get engaged.
So she had already made an agreement,
Already made the agreement. So this is a problem. So watch what happens, because you're not in charge. God is in charge. So then we have Senna, first daughter, first kid I ever cried. My 2 boys were born. I was very happy. But Senna, I cried.
Wow.
First time Senna. I helped Senna, was freaking life-changing. It was different. So then she tells me this, in the house in Plano, she says, I want a 4th. I said, you want a 4th baby? I do. You want a 4th baby? I do. Huh. You sure? Yeah. Positive? Yeah. And she's crying. I mean, dude, you want to go right now? Like, what do you want to do? I want a 4th. I want a 5th. So then she's pregnant. She says, babe, I'm pregnant. No way. Yes. We go to the doctor. Pregnant. Yeah. Awesome. Then we go to kind of see where it's like week 8 or 9, whatever. So I got news for you. What? You're having twins? No. Yeah. I'm laughing so hard. She's crying because we said 5 and we're going to have 5. So ecstatic. We come back, testing every week, all this stuff. And in week 10, we go and the doctor says, we have a problem. One of the kids is what do you call it? Not, could potentially be not fully developed. What's the word for it? Where
deformation.
Yeah,
or...
it's not going to be. It's going to be a kid you're going to be having problems with for the rest of your life. And we're like, oh my God, what do you want us to do? And so they come in and they're having a meeting and they're telling you all this stuff. You know, it could be this, it could be that, it could be this. Like, okay, interesting. Then we go home and it still hasn't hit us whether this is going to happen or not. And then we sit down and we start watching videos, raising a child that is, you know,
disabilities or some type of,
and all this stuff, and then how it affects kids. And every night for 4 weeks, we're dealing with this. What do we do? What do we not do? Do we go through this? Do we go through that?
And she's like, what, 2-3 months pregnant at this time?
Yeah,
or?
she's 2-3 months pregnant, 11, 12 weeks pregnant at this time. And they said, you know, you're going to have a problem with this and you have to accept, you want to do this? And doctors recommending, hey, my recommendation is, you know, if you guys don't risk it, you know, the average person would abort because it's going to affect your family. This is going to affect this. It's going to affect you're 42 years old. You're no longer 35 years old or 32 years old. So then we go in and we finally accept the fact that, you know, Scott's doing, we're good. Let's roll. We go in 2 weeks later, one of them doesn't make it. Now, we don't know which one didn't make it. So they're saying there's most likely the one that didn't make it isn't the healthy one, but you don't know till the baby's born.
Really?
Yeah. So we're like, well, you know, and they're giving these percentages and all this stuff. But we suggest you do this, and we're researching, no, you shouldn't do that because it can hurt the kid that's left, and that kid can get hurt if you go and try to do this procedure with the needle, that all this stuff they got. I'm like, dude, just show me. Eventually, we're just praying. And Brooklyn is born. Brooklyn Ivy Bet David. Brooklyn is the most animated kid we have in our family. And her twin, the brother, didn't make it. But Brooklyn is the most animated kid in the family. And she changed everything. I can't imagine Lewis living life never meeting Brooklyn.
Wow.
I can't imagine that. Like, you know, to me, when people say, well, we just want to have one, I said, dude, you don't even know you got 2 more. You can't wait to meet. Life's going to change you. Go for the 3 and 4. If you're able to do it, if your doctor says you're healthy, go for it.